Up.
Hello,
Happy
hello.
free.
Yes, happy
How's everyone doing?
Wednesday. Wait, no, it's Thursday. Liam, it's
Yeah, that's why I'm
Thursday.
here.
It's
Yeah,
not
happy Thursday.
Wednesday. Okay,
Did I
my
say
camera's off.
Wednesday?
I thought you
Streaming
did.
the
Maybe
Please.
I just heard maybe I heard wrong. It's
I
totally
think
possible.
you're going crazy. That might be
What
it.
what is behind me? What is
I see a blank screen.
is it just not Oh, you see a black screen? I'm not even showing up on your screen.
No, I mean like your background's just so
Oh, there was
dark.
something at the bottom. Anyways, sorry. We are live now on Twitch. I just sort of went live when Liam joined us. Sorry, we're a little bit late for today's stream, but normally we start at 12. We have this every week and go over key updates in the social media sphere, marketing space, community-wise and like TikTok, Twitter. We talk about marketing in orbital sense. You have a gravitational pull towards you, an attractive force as you build your presence and awareness on social media and on these platforms. You're extending your reach when you work with people and you tag them and you get people to reshare what you're doing. That is the goal. That's the organic growth key factor. So when we're talking about these platforms, yeah, you can just make content and we encourage you just to start making some content, putting it out there. But once you start doing that, you're going to want to optimize it and you're going to want to tweak it. You're going to want to figure out what's working. You're going to want to find out what features these platforms are putting out there, because like Liam's talked about, if you actually use the new features that these platforms put out there, oftentimes they'll boost your content, they'll put you at the front. Or for fair example, Facebook started doing Facebook groups in 2020. They started doing live streaming to Facebook groups, stuff like that, and suddenly it was like the best way to show up on somebody's phone, because if you went live, it would pop up on their screen, and usually people have Facebook notifications muted or filtered. So it was like the one way you could get people's attention. And similarly, they're promoting different features like scheduling, and I'll let Liam get into it. He's the expert, but we're talking about the apps that are making changes right now, being innovative. So even if you don't use it, maybe consider checking it out for your marketing campaign as you develop something for 2023 in the third quarter. We'll be looking at some interesting developments over the next several months. So excited about Twitter, TikTok, what changes are being made there, and we're holding our breath to see what Elon does. Liam, what you got for us today, man?
Yeah. Oh, everyone, happy New Year. When it comes to New Year, like all the big changes, I don't know why. Maybe people like since they're taking vacations, the days off, so people aren't like working tons. But there are not too many changes. It's mainly a lot of planning for the next year, for the next coming quarter. So we don't have a ton of changes. What we do have is big posts from Lazy Mentors. He's a great marketer, a super like, very known on Reddit, and basically it has all the data from all the biggest social media companies
Mm-hmm.
on everything you need to know for the last year. So
We got a link for
yeah,
it? You want me to
yeah,
put a
I'm
link
gonna
in
share
there?
screen, but if you want, I can send you the link. I thought we can review that data. It's gonna just by reading it or listening to it, it'll make you understand way better what social media is going towards at the moment, how you can monetize better. If you're a business, how you can reach more people in an organic way without having to spend a bunch of money on ads. And after that, Sam, I sent you a week ago a bunch of like very common questions. And since a lot of people, starting new year, they'll start a new business, I thought we could go over those too.
Yeah, I got those here. We'll do that after we talk a little bit, and then I also want to cover some Discord updates and talk briefly about the Discord clone Gilded and what might be happening there. So go ahead. We'll go ahead and start with this, and then move into some of the questions.
Should I share my screen or are you showing
No, you share
Twitch
your
that?
screen. I'm just
Yeah,
popping
okay.
it in the co-working chat. This is a Reddit post from our marketing, which we follow, and we'll be sharing these kind of updates and stuff in the marketing channels. But we want to talk about the reasoning behind this. So
Yeah. Yeah, well, before we start, a massive shout out to Lacy Mentors. He has a free newsletter with like free marketing updates. Please follow it. It's great. Subscribe. You get a bunch of super useful updates all in your email weekly.
not
Yeah,
sponsored by
basically,
them, but
as you
shout
can see
out.
on the title. Oh, is my audio like echoing?
No, I was saying we're not sponsored by them, but
No,
just a
no, no.
shout out. Yeah, we'd love to work with Lacey if Lacey does see this and wants to work with us.
Please join. Join
Yes,
Tribe.
join Tribe.
Yeah, well, as you see in the title, he spent 3 days reading 31 marketing reports, and here's what he's learned. And it's basically all the data from 2022. Starting, okay, and I'll try to give these different approaches for like a business approach and a creator approach, but a lot of this is just super useful to both of them, so I'll also be as general as I can. But yeah, starting with Snapchat, where you have 63% of Gen Z actually favoring companies that have like fair labor policies. We know, I think the last 5 years we really started to see how some of our clothes is made, perhaps, or like how they make certain shoes, and a conscious grew for that. I know a lot of people I see on social media are always like, "Oh, you shouldn't buy from this company. This is how they make their clothes. They don't pay enough salary, blah blah blah." I feel like that's a growing movement, and I don't think a lot of people generally want, like, if you're gonna buy shoes, you don't want them to be made by like underage kid and he's getting paid less than $1 a day. So I feel like actually 63% is pretty low. I definitely see that growing. But if you have fair labor like policies within your brand, perhaps just put them out there. Here's how we make organic clothing. Here's how we work in a fair, sustainable, I don't know, product. Here's how we make this, and it's fair. Um, yeah, if you can kind of show that side of the business where it's not all just about the product, it's also how you make it, and it's all fair labor policies and whatnot. Do it. A lot of people like that. It'll give your brand a better image too. So do consider that. Um, Also, moving on to, I know a lot of people don't use Snapchat, but I feel like this is a pretty general statistic for most social media platforms. Like if you can show that you have a like healthy culture in your workspace and like people are happy, you make your products in an ethical way, generally it's a good idea to share that. Also, Facebook video ad tips from 70 ad campaigns. So I think we saw a lot with TikTok last year. Is a lot of ads that were just user-generated content. I know Sam is a big fan, a big fan of user-generated content, and these were some of the best performing ads last year. So if you can get your users, your consumers, your clients to make content using your product or your service, you can later repurpose this as an ad, and you will drive, as you can see, over a 26% more ROI than regular ad campaign. I feel like it's just because it feels more genuine, it feels more authentic. I don't want to see the regular ad that this is our product, this is our price, here's the benefit. When it's external and it's someone else that's doing the review or video, it just feels more authentic. And I don't know, overall, I believe it more than if it was just a regular ad. I don't know if
Yeah.
Sam, you have something to add. I know you
Yeah.
really like user generated content too.
Oh yeah. I think user generated content is the way to go. That's primarily what TikTok is, and that's how they sell stuff. It is they oftentimes will fake user generated content too by they have a marketing team that's making videos that looks like a review or just them using a product and then tagging them. I watch stuff on Snapchat too that actually catches my attention because you can have them make something very creative, like for a knife, like a really nice knife. This guy's like out in the woods and he's carving up his fresh kill, and he's cutting vegetables really nicely. Like, it's not your traditional ad. It's just like this guy sharing a story of his camping experience, but it's user generated content that does really, really well on Snapchat and TikTok because they look at it, they're like, I want to be that guy in the woods. They're associating the personality of this outdoorsy man because they have my number. Like, I'm an Eagle Scout, I love to be outside, so they had my number on that. Like, it worked really well. I watched the whole thing and I was like, dang, I really want that knife. That would be super cool to be out there chopping, not to mention all the hours of prep and managing my kids and everything to get me out there. It was just immediately to that feeling. So I don't know, Facebook ads, what do you guys think about that? Anybody tried doing some stuff with their users, getting them to make a user video, not just a review, but like, hey, this is what I use it for? Or even like if you make candles or something, showing off your room and your decor. I've seen that a lot. Or there was one guy who was doing food stuff, and then he would just like throw in him making something with one product here and there. And that's essentially user-generated content by influencers. And I think if you tap into a big group of micro influencers by giving them products, letting them try what you have even for free, an agreement that, hey, you'll make a video explaining how you use it, why you use it, that's huge. I mean, that's probably the best ad you can make. Just at this point, because like that's what works on TikTok to subliminally get people to check it out. And you got to make a bunch of that. So if you make it, you're kind of getting people intrigued. It may not be the first video that even converts. It may be the 7th video they see. So you kind of got to keep making that, keep putting it out there. And then hopefully people will be like, oh, I saw that coffee stir spinny thing in like 15 videos of a girl making lattes, different lattes. I need one of those. You know, that happens to millions of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel.
And you may not be the one who gets sucked into that trap personally, but trust me, it's not even a trap if you're getting true users to talk about your value in your product. It's not a trap. It's not a manipulative. It's literally just a way to do organic growth, because then you can have them reshare it. You get engagement across the reach of a bunch of micro influencers. That's how you can go from zero to hero, is make user-generated content, even down to the point of giving away free products, free value to your community and your fans and your current customers in exchange for a very personable, just them recording with their phone, not super professional, just make it look real. And that works. That really works.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam, I don't know if you remember, but 2 weeks ago we actually reviewed some of the best performing TikTok campaigns, and there wasn't one that wasn't user-generated content, like lookalike.
That's right,
They
yeah.
all look, they were very like badly edited. They looked very simple. It was very
Yeah.
genuine. It was just like a guy recording or a girl recording. Whatever.
Now people are spending millions to make stuff look like it's just made by somebody recording on their iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't even have to like overcomplicate it that much anymore. Like, and this works for everything. Like, this is just Facebook's data, but we know that for TikTok, this is also true. Like, user-generated content is way better. Like, you can do like day 17 using the little spinning machine or whatever. And these tend to do great. Of course, you can also fake it and just record it yourself. Yet, ideally, if it's influencers, that'll push it even more because they already have a following, and if it matches what you're selling, you have a great ad that you don't have to spend like tons to get. So yeah, give it a try. This is the year for user-generated content. I highly doubt that as years go past that people are gonna want more like generic looking ads. I feel like this is more the trend that's coming, like just very real ads.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll have to see how they keep optimizing as months go past.
Yeah, I mean, I also am down to do that with anybody who wants to be connected within the Tribe of Gold. Once we launch this, we're going to build into it a review process for anyone using the services. There's going to be a direct feedback loop. So once you complete a transaction with one of the service providers, you're going to have the option to leave a review and receive either a discount or some additional benefits. So Tribe of shirts. Wasn't Garrett just talking about how t-shirts are or shouldn't be marketing, but they are good marketing? Maybe we do need a Travis shirt.
Big shirts that just say Tribe.
Hey, if you guys are in here, go to the Tribe stream. We need just a few more chatters to push us to affiliate. And it would be really helpful if we got like just a, you click on that clip and then you can go to the channel. Just something, just say hi. Let us know you're watching. I think there is a good group of people on here now who have found out about Tribe on Twitch. So I don't want to ignore that channel. I want to also be catering to that spaghetti. Thanks, Zach. Thanks. Knees weak, arms spaghetti. There's vomit on his spaghetti already. Mom's spaghetti. Sorry. That can't be a clip. Please do not make that a clip.
Really like that song. I'm getting the Tribe Twitch open.
All right. So yeah, user-generated content on Twitch is a big deal as well. And that has to do with the collaboration stuff that you can do with the streamers. I love working with streamers because they're always super collaborative. They're always like in that business mindset first and foremost. So shout out to everybody on Twitch who's worked with us, worked with me, and helped me, supported me. Everybody, all the viewers in chat, we really appreciate you and all the followers. I really want to go through that list, especially once we do the Tribe of Gold on the 11th. Everybody who signs up and becomes the Tribe of Gold member, we're going to give you guys a shout out because we want to talk about that. It's kind of a partnership with us. You're supporting us with $5. We're giving you all this special access to Tribe subscriptions, donation, or discounts, deals. We've all basically come up with special packages we want to offer to those within our ecosystem and our community who are building businesses or brands or streams. You're trying to start up your stream and make collaborative content. Well, that's the best way to grow. Like, we've talked about this in BU's session on Mondays, and you should come to that if you're an influencer or you're learning about streaming. But doing a live stream with someone else is that next level of what podcasting marketing has been doing for years. So not only are you getting that podcast kind of long form content to make clips out of, but you're getting a video feed with it for YouTube Shorts and TikTok, Instagram, and you're getting the collaboration with another influencer, somebody who has some following, which is always better than not having someone with a following. Even if they only have a few hundred Facebook friends and they share it, your reach is increased by several hundred, and that's a big thing. So, you hop on a stream with BU, and on her stream she brings you on or something. That's 11,000 people on Twitch who are hearing about you. That's ridiculous. Like, but that is essentially what user-generated content is too, because someone's not going to invite you on unless they understand you, they know what you're doing, or they're trying to get to know you better. Any thoughts on that, like the live streaming stuff? Do you guys feel like you're equipped, or how to go live with people, with users? I guess the question is, do you know how to enable your users to actually make content with you? Because if not, then you're missing out. And we can help you do that. Like, talk to us. There's links all over the place to get in contact with me. I'll set up a call with BU, me, and Liam. We'll figure out what we can do to help you make that kind of content. And there's a ton of opportunity for that in Tribe. Like, we have people lining up to work together. I kind of commandeered the whole user generated content string of thought, but that's such a big deal in marketing right now that it's worth a whole entire separate session, which we can probably do next week, to talk about this as well as the updates and changes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down here.
Yeah, we can make it happen. It'll be cool.
Aside from the launch party on the 11th, if you didn't know, be there, 111 on 111. All right. Go ahead and go back to this list then, Liam.
Yeah, for anyone running ads too. Now that we're running in, like, talking about user generated content, a lot of people are still using Facebook ads, TikTok ads. Facebook basically gave us a Krabby Patty formula here. They're telling us exactly how you want to present your ads, how long should they be, and what aspects should they be to. I was actually talking to a Facebook ads representative, like experts, the guys that hop on a call with you and tell you everything that you're doing wrong. And he was telling me exactly this, like, after all the data they're looking at from this year, exactly, you want the best, like, hook or whatever in the first 2 seconds, 3 seconds, it starts to mess up, and you want the entire video to be only 15 seconds long. So if it's a bit longer, people tend to leave, and this is actually a growing trend, I think, from TikTok, because before you could do a 30-second ad and it would still be pretty well performing. This year, if you were doing 30-second ads, a lot of people, like, retention was just going away. So keep your ads very short. If you're doing user-generated content, just keep this in mind. Edit it, like, real short. Make sure you have a good hook at the start. Also, the square regular Instagram format was the one that was best performing, which I found hard to believe because Reels also were massive this year. But I think that's mainly because people weren't boosting Reels, and Reels are more of an organic way to sell, while the regular square posts people were running as ads. And also, make your videos as if someone was watching it with their sound off. A lot of times when you go into Instagram, it automatically turns your sound off, just in case you're in public or whatever. You don't want that blasting music playing. So a lot of the times we're gonna actually scroll through their feed with their sound off. And if you're, I don't know, your ad is very sound dependent, people are going to just keep scrolling by. So make them short, good hook in the first 3 seconds, make them square, and make sure that anyone that wasn't listening could still understand the ad. So have text, subtitles. These are great to keep retention. And that's more like the ad side of thing. Now moving on to Pinterest, and I think this data is pretty cool because it's more of a prediction for 2023, and it also presents a bunch of opportunities for anyone trying to sell organically. I know a lot of people do affiliate marketing on Pinterest, and Pinterest itself is telling you what some of the things you should, look into this year, which are finance, which they're predicting up to 135% increase. I don't know if you're selling a finance course, a finance book, program, coaching, whatever. It's growing, it's organic. Get into it. No need to spend a lot. Parenting too, actually being the biggest prediction they have. You see an increase on the gender flag content up to 285%. You're selling the flags or whatever. Massive opportunity there too. Then you also have travel, beauty, entertainment, and fashion. And basically, they're telling you. I'm trying to work out how to word it, but they're showing you a lot of opportunities on a lot of content that's growing and that will continue growing tons this year. And you can just post it for free, and you can make sure that you get in front of all these new people, the hundreds of millions that are on Pinterest. So get into it. It's free. No need to even run ads. You can just post organically and get a bunch more reach than if you were just posted on, I don't know, Twitter and Instagram per se. So yeah, if you're in those categories, start posting.
So Pinterest user statistics 2022. In 2022, Pinterest had over 433 million active users in first quarter 2022.
Very big.
70% of Pinterest users are women. That's important to keep in mind as well. But I would say, the organic potential of Pinterest makes it worthwhile. If you're doing anything that you can capture in picture form, and even if not, you can find a way to link back some imagery. And I think we're going to start using the AI generated images just to post to get people interested in that kind of stuff in Tribo. Come check it out.
Join.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I was not sure if you wanted to read this, but it's a report from Discord on how emojis affect how people perceive you.
40% of people agree that the use of emojis can make them feel more cared for than a hug. 63% say. Oh, I should turn my camera on so we can make this into a clip.
Yeah.
Turn my camera on. Okay. I'll do a dramatic reading. Oh, now it's really tiny. I can't read it. Can you give it? Okay. If I turn off your camera for a second, I'll just disable your camera for a second. You're good. Okay.
I'll turn it off.
No. It's fine. It's fine. Keep it on. I have it disabled. Sales and millennials. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Okay. Discord's emoji report to understand Gen Z and millennials together. 40% of people agree that the use of emoji can make them feel more cared for than a hug. There you go. E-hug to everybody out there. I use emojis all the time. And if I ever send you, this emoji, it is not the white power symbol, as some people have been confused by. It is the A-OK or I agree or that's great kind of symbol. I'm going to probably stop using that one. 63% of people say that use of emojis connects them with interest-based communities. We have a ton of emojis in Triba, and they're all kind of interest-based, so it's great. I agree with that. Gen Z, 61% Gen Z and 68% of millennials believe emojis allow them to be more honest compared to texts without them. Oh, they threw in an emoji right there. That's interesting. I like that. Yeah, I think we can communicate a lot with emojis. There's a memetics associated with it. That's very fascinating. We should get Garrett to talk about emojis next week. Somebody make a note. Somebody make a note in the philosophy thread. Somebody just tag Garrett and be like, "Can we talk about memetics of emojis next week?" So you have a readability feature on Twitter. Sorry, we're getting sidetracked there. What do you guys think about the emojis thing? Do you agree we have Gen Zs and millennials? We can ask a boomer too. We have a boomer here. I think. Are you a boomer, Clava? Question on Twitch.
No, Gen X.
Gen X. Okay. What do you think? Do you feel these numbers are over what you would feel?
I think like emojis can express some type of emotion, which is why people are connecting to it, and I like them.
There you go. So not just Gen Z, and not just millennials, Gen X too. Now
Yeah.
boomers are really weird with their emojis. That's kind of out there. You don't want to send them too many emojis because they're gonna read into it, and yeah. Claw, welcome as well to the Twitch. You can hop in the Discord if you want, but Claw had a question here. With AIs like ChatGPT, what are good ways to use these AI for marketing content or templates or video scripts and ideas? Liam, you might be able to comment on that. I've used them a little bit for writing some articles where I give it a bunch of things, like a list of things you can do for your Discord, and then let it flesh it out with the content. But Liam, what else would you say is useful for from a marketing perspective?
Like what programs, or like if you should
No,
use
using
it,
it, like how would you use it, I think is the question, right? What are good ways
Okay.
to use these AI for marketing, content, templates, video scripts?
Yeah. Yeah, of course, it depends a bit on what you're doing. But from what I've seen, ChatGPT is pretty much able to do most things. He can code for you, he can do research for you, he can write scripts for you.
It's pretty crazy.
And I think as long as it sounds authentic and humane, which I think ChatGPT does, which is something that was pretty difficult for like AI writing tools to nail down, was sounding human. If you can sound human and it can do all the research for you, can like pull information from different sites within like seconds. I have like, why would you not use it for like pretty much everything?
Well, okay. I have to clarify that before you get carried away with this,
Are we gonna get
because
into a debate?
yeah, there are reasons why you shouldn't use it for certain things. I will say it does pull information. It collects information very well on stepwise things, common concepts that you want to put into simple words and stuff like that. But if you're asking it to pull up specific data and information, you have to understand that it's a machine learning program, and it's not built to be completely accurate. It will make data up. It will make things up. It will give you a fake event from history that just sounds like a real event. So if you do anything on AI and you're trying to do it for business purposes, you tell it to write an article or a post, you need to double check, fact check everything. People got in a lot of trouble out in the UK, I think, somewhere for making a post about something that was just inaccurate, and it was just an AI generated post that went through without someone double checking it. So Zorgesh, please turn off your camera for this current part. Thank you. Yeah, we should only have permissions for certain people right now to turn on their camera. But y'all are also welcome to ask questions in the chat. Looks like we got some good interaction going on Twitch today. BU said I used it today to write a blog about a specific podcast. It feels like cheating. It does feel a little bit like cheating, but we trained it, right? Like, I don't know. That's probably not the right way to look at it, but I learned from it. So I already have practiced the skill of copywriting, and I think once you do that, you can use it correctly, because you have to understand what you need it to give you. And if you just give it random prompts, you don't give it the right information, it's probably going to screw you over in the long run. But it is very useful for fleshing out ideas and even coming up with new ideas. I asked it what to do to launch a subscription model for service-based resources, right? Which is what Tribe of Gold is. And it wrote out a pretty good description of what a service subscription would look like, a description of the subscription, you might call it. And it was pretty good. I ended up tweaking it a lot, though, because I wanted it to be more natural. I just didn't like how formal it was, even though they've come so far and it is way better than it used to be. It's still a little choppy, like you can tell it was written by a marketer or something. It's good to give you a framework. Yeah, exactly, B. And it's a good starting point because it gave me 5 things to do for launching a campaign. I knew all of them, but seeing them in one place, kind of told to me by something that's searching the whole web and looking at way more data than I can possibly look at. That's kind of the advantage because I can see, okay, yeah, a giveaway, a launch party, some threads and content, um, the opportunity to meet the people when you show up. All those things are good things to have in a launch subscription model. So I included that in our marketing campaign. Those things are sourced from AI, to be honest. Like, yes, they were in the back of my head, but AI is the one that kind of put it together. It's the tool we can use for marketing in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to put it together. I feel like you should probably use it as long as you can, and I'll explain. You definitely want to check anything because, like, for example, I was writing a social media caption today for like a marketplace. It's a pretty complex marketplace, so I tried to explain it the best I could to the ChatGPT, and it didn't exactly quite get it. So if I didn't fact check what I was going to, post, I would have gotten in trouble. But as long as you're kind of reviewing, and perhaps you need something that's not too direct to the public, maybe you're asking for some ideas for post. Like, give me 100 ideas for, I don't know, Twitch streams or cooking shows or, I don't know, different things that you might want. These things can help you really inspire and create different things. So if you need a script, give me 10 script ideas for a Halloween Santa story, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you need social media posts, I know so many people that have not a lot of creativity when it comes to social media, and they just keep posting the same thing, and it keeps doing bad. You can just
Yeah.
tell it. Give me some of the I don't know best trends for social media and this month, whatever, or give me links to whatever.
Yeah, that
I
kind
don't
of
know. I
stuff
feel
it's
like
pretty good with because you're giving it parameters whether you realize it or not. But you're giving it
yeah,
parameters on ranking it, date, time frame, specific platforms as well, social media platforms. So it can be very clear in its search. It's the same kind of algorithms at the core that you use to caption your words. Like if you're doing video content, you're using captions. Like you're using that for marketing to add to your content. So you can use this to add in strategy or even ideas that then you flush out.
yeah. Yeah, and if you're gonna do something that's more like directly to the public, just make sure to tweak it as Sam was saying. So if you need an article, have it make the article be as specific as you can. Even I've been giving it references. So I told it earlier this morning, can you make me a caption David Goggins style? It actually did fairly well, but it wasn't exactly like what I was looking for. So of course, keep tweaking it. Try to be semi-objective. It seems like subjective topics he has some issues with. So like if you ask it about emotions and whatnot, it's not exactly. I don't know. Maybe it's because it kind of clashes with memes. I'm not exactly sure, but just tweak it. If you're gonna be posting something that goes directly to the public, look into it. Don't be like the UK agency Sam just told us about and post an article without reading and fact checking. But I feel like it's very useful, and most of these AI tools are incredibly useful. And as a marketer, if you can save a time just by having AI do research for you, and later you can fact check what you want to work on, I personally feel like you should do it. And we'll see a bunch of cool tools coming up in the next few years that will help us research better, get better ideas, and yeah, we can develop those. That's my take on it. I don't know, Sam. I know because we actually you mentioned something last week, like how maybe we shouldn't use ChatGPT for everything because then we're losing our like thinking capability.
I mean, I think it can really affect it. This is where it comes back to if you understand copywriting or not. If you're if you end up relying on it completely for your copywriting, I think you're not going to know what to change. You're not going to know when it needs tweaking. But if you understand the cores of copywriting, uh, you understand where you need to hook people's attention and how to get their attention, then you can actually really use it to your advantage. So
Yeah.
I would actually study the art of copywriting, which is the art of sales, catching people's attention, and helping them or prompting them to make a decision. Everything is written for a purpose. And the same thing goes with video content, which you're recording. Everything is made for a reason. And honing in on that reason, honing in on the core, what you're trying to accomplish, lets you make content all around that. And yeah, you really have to understand that before you can just start using an AI tool to make stuff. But that being said, you could also just go out, if you need to get started, and go out and make some Twitter posts or something very quickly, and then go study. You need to learn the copywriting skills, but by all means, like, take advantage of these tools as long as you can, because it's free out there. There's no legal ramifications because you're giving it prompts and it's generating essentially original content that you've run through an algorithm. That's all it is. It's just original content from an algorithm of your prompt.
Yeah. I know, 100%. Yeah, and it's true that if you have some basic knowledge from the start, you can kind of know, like, oh, this is good, but it's not exactly what you want to push to Twitter or stuff like that. So yeah, maybe spend some time looking into like basic sales or basic copy, how to write a better copy before starting to use it. For example, I was looking at some other Discord some days ago, and I know a kid that wanted to start a copywriting agency, and I knew he didn't have any experience, so we were talking, and he said he was just going to use ChatGPT. So, like, if someone needs an email marketing campaign, you ask ChatGPT for one, and exactly what ChatGPT says is exactly what he will send. And I feel like that's gonna get him in more trouble than good. But I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Also, an idea that I've been having that's been bouncing through my mind, actually, Sam, since we talked, is how if we're using all these AI tools and they're doing all the research and they're coming up with all of these different ideas, how it will affect our capability to later come up with ideas, or ourselves have to write different scripts and whatnot. I don't think it'd be healthy to lose those skills, but I don't know. It's just an idea. I've been, it's been bugging me, but I guess we'll see how that develops too.
So ask it to teach you to copyright and then use it and copyright what it gives you. Yeah, tell ChatGPT to teach you how to write a post about X, Y, or Z, and then let it teach you.
Yeah.
I mean, what you're essentially doing is learning from all the people who have learned copywriting before you and put it out there. The ultimate crowdsourcing of information. I honestly, now I'm really curious. I'm not gonna lie.
Curious with what?
If I can get it to teach me copywriting.
I've been seeing some people asking to teach them basic code and whatnot, and shows them different.
That is exactly no. iClaw. That's exactly what it does. It already is built. You basically would just tell it, write a trending or write the script, write a video script for a trending Instagram video or a viral Instagram video. And then, you can make it more specific, but that's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to look at all of it. It does it. Yeah, it's really ridiculous. iClaw. It already does do it. That's how you use it. If you want to do something like write a trending Twitter post or something, or just go to the trends, grab the trending hashtag, go back to the ChatGPT 3, put in write a tweet thread about snow, whatever, some good info. Glad you discovered the Discord. I'm glad I discovered Discord too 5 years ago, 6 years. I really am. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad we're streaming on Twitch because we just randomly find people like you who just need this kind of stuff. And that's exactly why I started this community. It's because I was a streamer. I knew a lot of people who were content creators who didn't know how to make money. What we're teaching you is like how to take all this cool stuff that we run into, how to be creative, but how to make money doing it. Because at the end of the day, we all have to be operating a business of some sort. Even if that business is I work for somebody else, they pay me to do really quality work, it's still business. We're in the business of life and helping each other be successful in business. Because your success is my success, iClaw. I want you to succeed in whatever you want to do. So join us in Triba, discord.gg/Triba. be part of a community that cares in the new age of doing business together in collaboration. Stop competing for the limelight and start learning from each other and applying what we learn in partnership. We can accomplish so much more together. And I'm super excited to get to know all the new members who have joined in 2022 and 2023. Already, we have lots of great people in here. So thank you all for watching us today on Twitch, YouTube, and if you're watching these clips afterwards, make sure you hop in the Discord and introduce yourself. All right. I was just saying that all for a clip, but not all for a clip, but like I was trying to make it clip length. That was just all BS for the clip. Suckers, don't care about any of you. Now someone's gonna clip that and like make that. Oh, I hate streaming, but I love streaming. It's like a love-hate relationship. Because you know what people clip most often, B, and Liam, B knows, your fails. They clip all the worst moments for you. Like, here, you remember this part where you like almost shat yourself playing Tarkov? That was hilarious. Although I think people do watch me play video games mostly to see me fail. And I wish I could get back into that. At this point, it's like when I stream, it's relaxation time. I mean, when I game, it's relaxation time. When little time I do get to game. But B is here, so I would ask, I'll talk to you later, but I really want to do like some sort of gaming thing once a week or once a month. Where we just like, even just if we stream to your channel and you invite me on as a guest star, I'd like to do that. Bring Zach on and Summer and do some collaborative content on live stream. Just do like some role play or funny stuff for maybe like even 5 hours once a month, and we make it a charity event and we raise money for the community voted charity of the month. And Tribe sponsors it. Server. We have a Tribe of Minecraft server. You want to hop on it?
Do we?
I'll kick ass, dude.
I don't know. There's some pretty experienced Minecraft players on there. I'm also a day one Minecraft player. Although I'm not the most experienced one on the server, to be honest.
Sounds like a challenge.
Yeah, alright. It's actually technically still called the Amaru fam, so I will transfer that over. Reset the world. Sorry, Amaru fam.
I'm building another amusement park.
Ugh.
But I'm gonna take it seriously this time.
Oh, geez. Okay, that wasn't even him taking it seriously. Alright, we're in for a surprise then.
Well, it was like half of me taking it seriously.
Gotcha.
Only 50% of the power.
Yeah, he was only at 50% capacity. What if we did something with World Editor, Zach, and then uploaded it to the realm? Can we do that? Like,
I've never used World Edit before.
Oh, come on. If you can do Blender and Unreal Engine,
I mean,
you can make
try.
a world with the World Editor and export it.
I mean, I can try.
If you got time to play Sea of Thieves, you got time to try that for a Tribe of Minecraft world.
Speaking of Sea of Thieves, I just reached grade 5 gold hoarder.
Congratulations. I'm proud of you, Zach. I really am.
Congratulations. I don't fucking care.
I care. Off work, Sam cares. This is I'm on work. On work.
I mean, you mentioned Sea of Thieves, so.
Ice Claw, yes, we're very excited to have you, and we look forward to having you on other streams as well. Thank you for following us. I don't have the notifications popping up during stream because we make these into VODs. I do have to hop off in a minute here. We're gonna wrap up the stream, but we will be back tomorrow with Zach, actually, the guy playing Sea of Thieves, to do some game development. So we like the game, but we're gonna be doing some work on his Unreal Engine game. And you can join, ask questions, learn how to animate and build models and all the cool stuff. Tomorrow, 12 Eastern time, correct? It's all in the events channel on Discord, so go join that. Check it out. And we look forward to seeing y'all next week. After tomorrow, if you're not here tomorrow. Have a good weekend, Triba. Thank you all for joining us, as always.
Bye, everybody.